In today's video, we'll be continuing our lecture on data types in MySQL. Good everyone and welcome back to this channel. My name is Stanley, the founder of Stanalytics. So moving on, I'm going to be starting with the string data type. A string data type is basically an alphabet. So string data type are basically store letters and they're divided into two. We have the char data type and we have the varchar data type. Char data type stores a fixed length. So what I mean by that is, if when we want to store our data in MySQL and it has a char data type, you have to specify the number of lanes you want, like the number of words, like letter words, like number of characters. For example, a data with a char of 3 stores only 3 letter words. For example, man, boy. So it is fixed. And if you want to save a char data type in MySQL, you're going to write it like this. So for example, let's say create table word, then specify the data type. Okay, so now look at this example. So I want to show us how to also store char. So create table example word char 3 and varchar 45. So I'm going to do something. Okay. So I'm telling MySQL the database I'm going to be using. So now before I proceed with the example, varchar on the other hand, stores a varied length. So if my data type is like this varchar, for example, it means that the maximum length I can store in my data is 45. So I cannot store more than 45 letter words. So for example, if my varchar is 10, I cannot store more than 10 letter words, but I can store less than 10 letter words. So or like this one, I can only store 3 letter words. So now let me show you how it's stored. So for example, since the string variable, it must have a double quotation. So man, comma, so the name, right? So then when you're done with your code, write the semicolon. So then to check what you've done, you use the select statement. So you can see the data has been stored. Word, man, name, Timidayo. So you should know when to use the char data type and the varchar data type. Now moving on to the boolean values. Boolean values store zeros and one. So and why do we use boolean values? We use boolean values when we want to like assign. For example, let's say 1 represents male and 0 represents female. So that's that kind of scenario. 1 represents a chartered accountant, 2 represents the secretariat, the general secretary. So that kind of assigned, like that kind of data is called the boolean data. So and take some values 0 to 1. So thank you very much, and the next video we're talking about the date and time data type. Have a nice day.